Hello, everyone. It's your Mystic Messenger, Dr. Christina, with an important message for you today. It's another amazing day here at Mount Shasta, and today I wanted to discuss how the current matrix we live in perpetuates narcissistic abuse, and this is impacting our mental health. A huge factor that impacts our well-being is the underlying ideologies of the system that we live in. We know that growing up in a narcissistic household, whereby our emotional and or physical needs were not met, and we were objectified by our parents, has shown to result in depression and anxiety. So one would assume that living within a narcissistic system also plays a role in our emotional and physical well-being. And the policies and prevalent societal beliefs of the United States are highly narcissistic compared to other nations, meaning that those who have fiduciary duties within the system tend to be self-serving, objectify others, lack empathy, and gaslight the public, and our policies are not benefiting the collective. Although the policies of other first world countries are an improvement when compared to the United States, there are still inherent problems within the global matrix. I will explain. If you are born within the United States, you are likely born into a family who cannot afford for one parent to stay home and take care of you. Most mothers barely receive any paid maternity leave. In other developed nations, mothers receive 1 to 2 years of paid maternity leave because the collective ideology recognizes that the first 2 years of a child's life is critical. Therefore, in the United States, you start out in the world not feeling supported or valued by the system. As you are developing, unless your parents are aware, can afford to buy healthy organic food and have time to prepare it, you are consuming food that has been tampered with, synthetic, potentially poisoned, and lacks nutritional value. You are also breathing in polluted air and drinking contaminated water. In fact, within the United States, the FDA allows 10,000 ingredients within our food, but Europe only allows 400, deeming the rest as harmful to our health. This illustrates that the system is not ensuring that what you are consuming is safe, which is abusive and narcissistic. Then you grow up, go to school, and off to college, where you incur a significant amount of debt. You have not even started working, and you're already financially at a deficit. In other developed nations, college is free. College tuition has exponentially increased in the last few years, again illustrating the exploitation of the consumer and greediness of the system. You then get a job where you are essentially exploited by the CEO, who is making millions, but you are struggling to make ends meet. Most corporations treat their employees as disposable objects. Again, this is abusive and narcissistic. You are required to work 40 plus hours at a job that you don't love at a fraction of the pay compared to those at the top, to make other people rich and fulfilling other people's dreams, not your own. The motto of most companies is profits over people, and there's a huge pressure to produce and succeed. You have very little time off and are made to feel guilty if you even take it. Whereas the average European, for example, receives 6 weeks minimum of government-mandated paid vacation per year. You are also stressed by the cost of living, which has only been exponentially increasing. The prevalent ideology, especially within the United States, is to work harder, achieve more, consume more, but to what end? It appears that many are spending most of their time working to merely survive, not thrive. Additionally, a large portion of your paycheck is going to healthcare, which is also astronomical compared to other nations where healthcare is actually free. We are the only country where the number one reason for bankruptcy is our medical expenses. And then you pay approximately 30% of your paycheck to the government, where you are gaslit in believing that in supposedly the richest country, we cannot solve poverty, but we have a huge military fund and are able to send money overseas. You are also aware that the government is working for their own corporate interests, not your own. These are just a few policies that one would label as narcissistic, and this is definitely impacting our well-being. No wonder you might be depressed or anxious. It's not your fault. You are living in an abusive matrix. The underlying feelings of living in this kind of system creates anxiety, as well as feelings of isolation and not being supported, which may be why, compared to other developed nations, the United States has a higher percentage of mental health issues, as well as higher suicide rates. So if you are struggling, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You have just been traumatized by a narcissistic system. The good news is there's never been a time that so many people on the planet are so disgruntled with the government, corporate America, and just about everything else that is no longer serving us. Hopefully we can begin transforming this dysfunctional matrix and healing our collective wounds. If you're interested in learning more about evolving your consciousness and transforming the matrix, please make sure to like and follow me and check out my other videos and my book, Evolving Consciousness, for more information. Sending you lots of love and light from the heart of Mount Shasta.